This is a special edition of WMCNN. Thank you for tuning in. Good evening, Walbard. Gideon Vanquist here with a special message from a candidate for the Senate that all of you know and love, none other than Mr. Kakarot Williams. Let's tune in and see what he has to say today. My fellow citizens, first of all, let me tell y'all how great it is to be back. Before I get into things I will do as a senator of this great region, let me tell you of my experience. In the old Walbard Union, I have served as president, vice president, chancellor, vice chancellor, minister of internal affairs, minister of state, speaker of the Senate, deputy speaker of the Senate, a 5-term senator. I've also served as chief ambassador under former president and now Union Secretary Carlisle Calloway. In this time I made 10 embassies, also took back in the old Walbard I founded and led the historic New Democratic Party to a 4/5 majority in the Senate, and under the presidency of former Chancellor Thomas Shaw, I served as president of the Union Education Commission, which devolved the schooling system of old Walbard. My friends, now that I've told you about my experience, let me tell you about what I want done if I'm elected. If elected, I will fight to get things done. Some of these things include pushing the Senate to vote on Ms. Rachel Anumia's Charter of Rights, bringing a proposal to the Senate for laws concerning admins, global moderators, and moderators, writing up a proposal in the Senate to define free versus malicious speech, which can be a problem in this region. Let me tell y'all about it. We need to have laws saying what is and is not off limits. Too many good people are leaving this region because we are having fights and fighting amongst ourselves. We don't need to be doing that, Walbard. We need to be spreading the love and the message that Walbard is a safe place where people can come and have a good time. If elected, I'll bring a proposal to the Senate to amend the Constitution where it says that the Speaker can only vote in the event of a tie. The Speaker needs to be able to bring his own ideas to the floor and cast that vote regardless. You want the best representation you can in the Senate. That Speaker is a senator elected just like me or anyone else. And I tell you what, Walbard, you can only have the best representation possible when every senator has a vote. If elected, I will work as hard as I can to make Walbard a much better place. I promise that whosoever asks me for anything, I will do everything in my power to grant it. So long as I got the power to do it, there is no force between heaven or under God's sun that is going to stop me from fulfilling the promises I make. I promise that no citizen of this union will be ignored. That is just rude, and I plan on representing you, and if you are going to vote for me, then you deserve to have me answer you. I promise that if elected, I will uphold the laws of the Walbard Union, and I promise that you won't have any scandal from me. Honesty, integrity, and good values and morals are what I am bringing to the table. Hopefully, you will support me in my efforts to reform how candidates are elected, how they campaign, and I want to bring back honesty into our elections. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me, and in conclusion, I promise that if elected, no one will get left behind. Remember on Election Day to vote for the Right Honorable Commissioner Kakarot J. Williams, Knight of the Order, for Senate. Oh yeah, and vote for my good buddy Michael Juxerine as Chancellor. I tell you what, as a pair of us forming a government in Walbard, you're going to have the best representation possible. See y'all at the polls. All right, Walbardians, you heard it from his mouth. Mr. Williams is running for Senate for several very good and very valid reasons, and he has raised the bar of expectations in the Union by promising to accomplish several things within his term, several very good things, and even putting his good name and good reputation on the line. Now, citizens, we did have some technical difficulties covering that live event. As you heard, of course, there were a few blips in our receiving of the transmission, as it were, of his speech. But when you cover a live event such as that, you just have to roll with the punches. Again, we thank Mr. Williams for turning to WMCNN to cover his address. We thank the citizens of Walbard for tuning in loyally and faithfully, and we ask all of you to have a wonderful evening. This is Gideon Vanquest signing off and wishing you good luck at the polls to all of our candidates, and a hearty thank you for making a difference to all of our voters. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and may God bless you. Gideon Vanquest signing out for WMCNN.